What's up, gamers? This is NGG here with this time it's a discussions video and not a versus video. We are going to be talking about the Pokemon Direct, well, Pokemon Presents that just happened and our thoughts on it. I think my thoughts are different from these other two, so we'll see where that goes. Let's first talk about, as a whole, what we thought about it before we discuss the game specific. And before we do that, we're going to introduce our two co-hosts. Mandy's going to introduce herself, and then Manako will be next.
Hey guys, it's Mandy from Mandyleeplays, and yeah, hello.
Go ahead, Manako.
My name is Manako97 Anime News. I talk about everything and anything new upcoming for anime and anime-based video games, and thanks for having me on for this video.
Okay. So, as a whole, what did you guys, before we talk about the game specific, what did you guys think about the Pokemon Presents?
It was okay. It wasn't too long. It wasn't too short. I mean, there was like obviously filler, but it wasn't as much, so I think it was good.
Okay. Manako?
I guess I go next. Originally when it had got announced, like I think 3 or like a couple days before they had went live, I thought it was going to be like some random event, like talking about Pokemon Unite or talking about Pokemon EX Masters, like the mobile game. So I didn't expect too much from it. Like a lot of people had like speculated and like had rumors that there were going to be a Diamond and Pearl remake, but my expectations were like so low compared to the previous ones of last year with Snap and I think what was like the mobile one called like Pokemon Unites or something like that. So I didn't have high expectations for it. So yeah, I ended up coming out pretty happy when I ended up watching it.
Okay. And for me, I came in with zero expectations of what I don't listen to the rumor mills, so I didn't know that there was anything rumored to come out. I was like, all right, let's just see. To be honest, I thought they were going to release a brand new game this year in November. That's when they tend to drop theirs. So I was like, all right, let's see what new game they're going to release this year. And then we got announcements for the remakes of Diamond and Pearl, right? Yes, I think those were. Okay, yeah, the remakes of Diamond and Pearl. And I mean, I'm going to let you guys know in a second what I think about it, but I actually want to know what you think about the remakes of Diamond and Pearl, Mandy.
I like it. I like it a lot. The chibi style fits with it. A lot of people wanted Breath of the Wild style, but I'm like, that doesn't really fit, because like it was a DS game. So I like the new style, and it's nice.
So you
for a remake.
Yeah, you're liking the new graphics and new art style that they chose for the remake.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, how about you, Manako?
So when it comes to the Diamond and Pearl remake, this game right here, I'd take any game over that one. So when I saw it, I was very happy and excited. It kind of reminded me of like the olden days of playing it on like the GameCube and DS, so I was fine with like the little chibi characters, even though it's been like a long time since that style. But it made sense because in battle they like have like fully blown out models. So for me, I'm definitely looking forward to it, and it will definitely hold me off until the new game for next year comes out, which I'm sure we'll talk about later on.
Yes, we're going to talk about that one as well. So for me, I was not happy, not even a little bit, about the art style that they chose for this remake. And I'm going to tell you why.
It's like, why?
Okay, so this is my thing, right? When we got the remake for Arceus, right? Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, they used the assets for X and Y, more or less. They might have tweaked it a little bit, but it looks similar in art style and art direction to X and Y, right? Am I correct?
Yeah.
So when they announced the remake for this one, I was like, oh, why does it look so, forgive my language, shitty? This does not look like it belongs on the Switch. This looks like it definitely belongs on the DS. It looks like a mobile game. It doesn't look like they had the assets for Sword and Shield already. And when they did the remake for Oris, they used the assets from X and Y. And I don't understand why they did not use the assets from Sword and Shield for this remake. It pissed me off so much because you know that game when it comes out, it's gonna be full price. It's gonna be $60. That looks like a $30 or $40 piece of crap that they're releasing for $60. I'm so mad at it. Yeah, I'm so mad at it. Go ahead, Manako. Go ahead, Manako.
I don't know where to start.
Well, there's a lot to cover with that one. But I'm gonna start off with this. If I'm lying, I'm dying. The reason why they went back to the old like generation 1 to 3 with the top down view of like the chibi characters, because the people that are making Diamond and Pearl are not Game Freak. This is done by a different company. And what this Diamond and Pearl remake, remaster, whatever you call it, what it's supposed to do is to hold people off until next year, being 2022. So I understand why this company would go back to Pokemon's old roots when it comes to like models, gameplay, because this is essentially supposed to hold you off until the canon like re-release game comes out. Not to mention, for like the longest time on like handhelds, we had like played. Like, these are, like, the original characters that play. Like, even one of my personal favorites, Black and White, if it was, like, made in modern day, it would look like this, essentially. And because, like, the Switch is a hybrid of, like, a handheld and a home console, I can see why they would went with this. Not to mention, like, the lore, the gameplay, and, like, everything Diamond and Pearl represents is, like, it doesn't even compare when it comes to, like, models and, like, visually.
Oh, go ahead, Mandy. I mean, I'm gonna slap back at that one in a little bit. Go ahead, Mandy.
I like it personally. I'm not defending it. It's just I like it aesthetically.
Right.
Yeah, that's just my stance on it.
No, I like, again, I go back to if they were if they were hiring another company, another party to do the game, fine, that's great. Give them the assets for the game you just released. It should not go 12 steps back to go one step forward. I don't understand why, and I bet you anything these are $60 games. These games don't look like they should be more than $30 a piece. They look like pieces of trash. It looks like it should be on the DS or the 3DS minimum. Like, it even looks worse than 3DS graphics. That's what I'm saying. It looks worse than 3DS graphics. If you wanted a remake and just port it over, then you could have just ported it over. I'm so mad at it.
Sword and Shield looks like doo-doo, so...
Oh, no, they do.
Oh, yeah. It's
Sword and Shield does run at like 5 frames
game,
per second.
Sword and Shield does look crappy. Now, that being said, is for the Switch. Like, Diamond and Pearl remake, they didn't want it to look crappy, probably, so they couldn't really flesh it out. And plus, it's a DS game.
Yeah, but so was Oris was a freaking Game Boy Advance game, and they made that shit look good. That's what I'm saying. Like
3DS stuff.
Yeah, so it's exactly. So you can't. Oh, it's 3DS. If it was 3DS to DS to 3DS, you know.
But
I mean, no.
Was Oris done? Was Oris done by a different company though?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
That's like the only excuse, like not really excuse, but that's like the only thing I can like defend them on is like this is like not Game Freak working on this.
It doesn't matter if it's game to me. It doesn't matter if it's Game Freak or not. It's you're putting your stamp of approval on that game, and that you're saying that this is one of your. If they're releasing them as two, not as one game with two copies, right? They're releasing it as one game and two different games. So you're putting it as this is the remakes, and this is the way it was released. So when you put it like that, you have to have this. For me, you have to have some kind of standard. I don't care if a third-party house is releasing it, and I take exception to the fact that you think it looks that Sword and Shield looks like garbage because I love Sword and Shield graphics.
It does. It did not have that stamp of approval, like
It's
at
definitely
all.
rushed. Yeah, Sword and Shield is definitely rushed.
For a console game to look like that, I know, in the future, I am so sorry about that. In the future, they were looking like it's getting better, especially with the Arceus thing. But Sword and Shield is not a looker. I'm sorry. It's more of a let me not look at the trees that much or the landscapes. Let me stay in the city if I want to look at pretty stuff.
I guess my one question is, what is some positives that you have for the Diamond and Pearl remake? Because regardless how we look at it or how we see it, I think it's one of those games that we are gonna eventually pick up, even if it's not right away. So what's the one thing you like about this remake of Diamond and Pearl, or a few things?
We were talking about the Diamond and Pearl thing and why I like it.
Right.
Yeah.
I like it because I get flax for Sword and Shield because of the graphics. But I like Diamond and Pearl because the graphics aren't trying to be some console breaking generation kind of ish. They are what they are. They're cute. They found a good medium between a remake version of a DS game, mind you, and a console. It looks like Link's Awakening. And I just love it. And the full models are in battles and stuff. Granted, you can't really customize your character, but that's what, Diamond and Pearl was. The character creation wasn't a thing. So, I'm pretty excited. And I liked the direction, because they weren't trying to be anything but a DS game. Looking at Sword and Shield, I mean, it's not a bad game. I'm sorry, it's not a bad game.
It's not a bad game.
But it wasn't a looker. I'll just say that.
Okay, look, I will give you Sword and Shield had its problems, but the models were all done correctly, right? The Pokemon, even in the DLC with the Pokemon following you, all of that stuff was nice. I give you the trees and the original wild area, but the DLC stuff looks great. So for me, when it came out, I felt it was rushed because they didn't put all the Pokemon in there. They didn't put all the assets didn't look as great as they do with the DLC. So I will give you when it first released, but now if they use the Crown Tundra and the DLC assets, those don't look to me, it doesn't look like crap. It looks so much better, and it plays. I haven't had a problem with stuttering or any of that. Maybe other people have. I have not. So I don't even notice the lax in speak ahead.
Notice it?
No, I don't.
Turn on the internet in the wild area and you will see it. And I'm not no graphics person, but you could tell when someone just swoops in.
Well, I do notice the pop out and pop in of the different people in the wild area. That I noticed, but it's not.
You're riding your bike, and then all of a sudden some Pokemon springs up in front of you. Damn it!
Right, it's
that happens to me so many times.
It's your custom trainer is faster than the Pokemon sometimes, so it'll despawn and spawn back in.
Right.
It makes for some good funny moments though.
Yeah.
Nah.
I remember when Sword and Shield first came out and they had compilations of funny moments in the wild area. Oh man, that was funny.
At least for me, when it comes, the last thing I'll say about the Diamond and Pearl thing, even though visually, top down, overworld view wise, it does look funny in a lot of sense, goofy. I will say at the end of the day, it is an RPG. So when you encounter trainers, Pokemon, stuff of that nature, the models do switch up. It's just that we're seeing the overworld. We are just seeing a more goofy aspect of it than the style that we're used to.
Right. I don't know. I don't look. No, because they could have taken out all the wild area stuff, and then it would have been fine. You wouldn't have to pop in and pop out. You didn't have to make the Pokemon visual outside because that wasn't what was in Diamond and Pearl, so that wouldn't have been a problem. You would have been just walking on the grass just fine. I really it really looks like a shitty 3DS game, mobile game brought onto the Switch to me. And I'm gonna leave it at that because obviously you guys don't agree with me, and we're just gonna have to agree to disagree with that fact.
I thought they were going for like a Let's Go, not game but art style, because you could see the full models on Let's Go. So I thought they were going to use the Let's Go kind of engine or whatever.
Even that would have been better. Look, I would have taken the Let's Go. I would have even maybe taken the 3DS graphics over this piece of crap that they gave us. Like, the battle sequences, yes, fine. The battle sequences look okay. I'm not even mad at the battle sequences. But everything else, and this is where we're going to spend a lot of our time, in the everything else, that shit look crap.
To be fair, before we drop it, to be fair, this is like the last like Pokemon game. Well, outside of Snap, but we'll get to that, I'm sure. But this will like be like one of the main ones we get this year. So most likely we will pick it up eventually. Like to be fair.
I'm gonna wait till this crap goes on sale. I'm not gonna lie. I usually get the Pokemon games the year they release. I'm gonna wait till it goes on sale because I don't want to pay more than $30 for I'm sure what's gonna be a $60 game.
Oh, that's a
$30
fact.
or $40.
I felt the same way with Sword and Shield.
But
But I still bought it on day one. I'm such a bad person.
I know, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. When I saw Sword and Shield, I wasn't gonna buy it either. And then I was like, oh, they have the what is it called? The double pack that has the. What is it called?
Both games?
No, the double pack that has the Steelbook edition. So I was like, oh, I want that, and then I got it. But like, I don't. With the way the graphics are, if these are $60 games, I can't justify the $60. Yeah, I can't. If it's 30 or 40, fine. 30 or 40, I'm day one, right? Because that's fine. Because you know you're pricing it for the graphics it is. But $60, I don't think I can stomach. Because I usually buy both. I don't think I'm gonna be able to stomach
Nintendo
Huh? And Game Freak.
Nintendo we talking about?
No, it's not Nintendo. It's Game Freak as well. I don't know. Anyway, let's talk about Snap. I mean, Snap already came out, but I don't think we've actually ever had a discussion about our feelings on Snap, and then we'll talk about the actual new game that's coming out. So what are your feelings on Pokemon Snap that's just about to hit the store shelves?
I like it. I'll buy it.
Did you play the original?
No.
No. Oh okay.
No. So this is my first Snap experience. I've seen a lot of the original, like you throw stuff at the Pokemon, like electric or something. But now I think they've switched it up to more like cutesy stuff. Like here, throw an apple so they can eat. Like I want to throw it at their face. I guess, but I just like the older versions where you just like ensnare them. You just like scare them into a picture.
She wants to be mean to those Pokemon people. What are your thoughts about Snap, Manako?
So back in the day, this is gonna make me sound like super old, but back in the day when I used to get like sent to my dad's place, we used to go to like Best Buy and like rent out like N64 games and like all that jazz. So Pokemon Snap was like always those games like everybody had rented, so like, you know, it was fun, and like, you know, you didn't have the internet back then, so like we would always play it. We never had like the whole like take pictures and then get them like framed or like get them in real life. We never experienced that, but I had played the original back in the day, and then when I saw this one I was like, oh, this is like super cool. This has like Sword and Shield Pokemon and like Sun and Moon Pokemon, like just basically everything all in like one Pokemon Snap game. And then I saw it's like being published by like Bandai Namco, and I was like, just turn it off. Because I was like, when it comes to certain Bandai Namco games, they're very either lackluster or they save stuff for like DLC down the line. So like if it was just any other publishing company or like Game Freak themselves, I'd have been completely fine with trying it out. But when I saw Bandai Namco is like a part of this project, I'm just like, just turn it off. So I mean, other than that, it looks cool. Like I like how with the pictures there are different rankings like throughout I don't know if they're like stages or levels, but certain pictures are ranked higher than others, so it's definitely a game worth like replaying multiple times from what it seems like, because it doesn't seem like a one and done type game.
I was kind of surprised they had a photo mode, which is stupid because the whole game is like a photo mode. So
Yeah.
I
get it. Like
I was pretty woohoo.
Yeah.
You can put stickers and stuff. So get ready for the spamming of your lifetime when I take pictures and post
On
them.
Twitter, our Twitter
I
feeds
already
are gonna be pictures.
I already take a lot of pictures. Now this is gonna be like, oh man, I
You better-
like it.
I wonder. I think my biggest fear is that I wonder if this is on rails like the original, or can you actually control how fast these levels go? Because if you can control how fast these levels go, then I can play this game all day. But I wonder if it's really on rails.
The
I
last
think
one
you have
was
a
on
little
rails.
Like buggy or something. But I like that the region is called the lentil region. It's weird because the lentil is like a bean. I'm just like weird. How many regions are there in Pokemon?
I stopped counting a while
How
ago.
big is
As
this
long
world?
as long as Ash stays like 10 or 15, they'll keep on going with regions.
Yeah, sky's the limit there. So what do you think? Since you were a photographer, so
Right, you went to college and everything.
so,
so-
Got a master's in photography.
You guys are not. I have the
input.
unpopular opinion again on this
Again?
game. Again. I played the
What's that
original. I played the original, and I'm gonna say that it was good for what it was because it was different at the time, and I think so many people have nostalgia for this game and don't realize how boring the game actually was.
I think you mentioned that in your reaction video.
Yeah, the game is not as fun as people think. I mean, I had no nostalgia for it. I have the game. I own it. So it's not like I didn't own it. I didn't play it. I played it. I went and even printed out the stickers back in its heyday. But like, yeah, they were cute.
Right.
But that being said, I think I only played that through once and then I was done with it. Like, it wasn't one of those games that I go back to, one of those things I have like, oh, this game was fun, I liked it so much. No, it's like, yeah, it was okay. For me, I think that's going to be one of those games where I wait for a sale as well, because it's not... The graphics are, look, even the graphics are better than the Diamond and Pearl remakes on there. I will give them, they got on point graphics with this game, but I don't really like on-rail games, and like, there's no nostalgia for me with this game, so I don't think it's as good as people think it's gonna be. I'm gonna wait and see. I'm probably gonna have to eat my words later on if it's better than I think, but I don't see the appeal. Like, yeah, I was a photographer, and yeah, you could do things to make them jump and take pretty pictures, but at the end of the day, like, there's no story. It's just a pretty picture. Like,
Oh, it's definitely a story.
not the
this
first
one.
one.
I can
Not the
tell.
first
Oh,
one.
no, not the first one, but in
No.
this one, yeah, there's definitely a story.
Some people are hyped about the game, and I know like their type of games that they like to play, and I'm like, are you sure about that? You're gonna get bored there, mate. Like,
Right.
are you
Yeah,
sure?
The only way I can see people falling in love with this game is like you have to be a diehard, because like in the like little Pokemon 25th anniversary thing, like they even showed that like if you don't get all of like the pictures in that one level, you have to come back and like complete that. So it's really just for completionist, really.
Yeah, it's just not one of those games I'm looking forward to. Like, it's okay. It's not Diamond and Pearl remake, but it's okay. Like, I think I would get this one over the Diamond and Pearl remakes. How's that? Yeah, it looks like it'll be a game that you play once, for me, and then you're done with it. And I don't know if you've seen the hours I have in my Pokemon games. Like, I played, it's 2 years running, it's my top 5 games. So like, for the, not Diamond and Pearl, sorry, Sword and Shield. So like, I can play a Pokemon game for a long time, but this just doesn't look like one of those games where I'm gonna be super interested in playing it for longer than an hour, 2 hours tops. And I
I did
don't.
like a 7-hour live stream. Oh my! I was like,
Right,
damn,
on
she
Pokemon.
keeps going. Woo, keep
Right.
going.
We did a 7-hour live stream on Pokemon's 25th anniversary.
I totally.
That's dedication.
I was. I
Right,
was
who else is doing it on
trying-
You
YouTube?
got far too.
Did I?
Right, speed run tactics.
I was trying to beat the fourth boss. I was like, if I can beat the fourth boss, right, I can do at least half of the game now, a half of the game later, but it didn't work out that way. But we're gonna try
I would
again.
trade I would put in 100 level 100 Pokemon in my party and just like wipe everybody out.
I mean, I could have done that. I could have transferred Pokemon to home and then transferred them in, but I wanted to keep it where, and like I could do it now, but I'm not gonna. I wanted to keep it where it was genuine to like, if you started the game from scratch and didn't touch it, this is how fast it would not, it could take you to beat the whole game. And I don't remember stats and like upgrades and all that stuff, so that's probably why I'm a little slower than everybody else in speedruns. So it's not a traditional speedrun, which is why it's a question mark speedrun. But yeah, so
just did speedrun because that was still fast.
Oh, I'm gonna finish it. So I'm gonna do this again. I don't know if it's gonna be 2 Saturdays from now or this Saturday coming. I might try. I'm gonna try to finish it. How's that? I'm definitely gonna try to finish it.
And do it on Sword and Shield's anniversary. Do another 7-hour stream during that.
Okay, and no worries. The last game we gotta talk about is the best one in my opinion as well. It's called the Legends of Arceus. Right?
Yeah.
Right? The Legends of Arceus. Now,
they didn't go the 2 route. Well, not that I know.
Hopefully, well, because I feel like it's gonna be like the way they did with Pokemon Rangers. This is not a mainline series title, so it might be a spin-off title, and it's a prequel to what was it? A prequel to Diamond and Pearl, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, this takes place in like you can see the Pokeballs are like the beta design of the Pokeballs, which is awesome. I was like, wow, I didn't think they would pull out the past, because you know Pokemon games are not known for their story,
right?
So it's kind of interesting what they're gonna do there. And then the Arceus, I'm like, Arceus, yes, the god of Pokemon. I thought they forgot about you. I mean, I caught you in like Sword and Shield. No, I'm just playing. I didn't catch Arceus.
I was about to say he's in Sword and Shield. I haven't gotten that MFer yet.
No.
Oh.
So it's like. I like the concept. I don't like the shoes on the character, so that's
what
just
are
a
those?
character of mine. What are those indeed? I was like, damn, they stick out like a sore thumb.
Wearing the Jesus 12s, I see, my guy.
Just put like black boots or something. But they have the traditional like ninja attire, which is cute. And the starters, for some reason, I don't like that they kind of took a starter from each gen and put them together as starters. I was like, this doesn't look right.
Well, because the lore is supposed to be that somebody was roaming and landed there, and they have their Pokemon from all the regions they traversed, and brought them with them to that game. I don't know what region that was called, so I'm just gonna say that game.
Well, a lot of people are comparing it to Breath of the Wild, and to that I say hold on, Mr. Bister, because now we just saw a little bit of the game first of all, and you know, it's Game Freak. It's not going to be no Breath of the Wild. And it could be like better than Sword and Shield, which I think it is from the screenshots and stuff, but that could just be the beginning of the game, and then after that it's like
yeah, so she's like she's gonna play a wait and see with this one. All right, Manako, what did you think?
Everyone was saying like, oh sorry,
go ahead.
Everyone was saying like open world, Breath of the Wild. I'm like, calm down, kids, calm down. We only saw a few very choppy screenshots. Like, come on.
She's like, hold your Rapidashes. Hold your Rapidash. Go ahead,
Manako.
Oh yeah, no, I got a lot to say about this, but no, I think it's really cool. I think the thing that stuck out for me the most, which is the biggest thing about this game, is that you are making your own Pokemon region or your own like town, pretty much, because it's all set in the desert, and like your own little hub world is what, if I'm not mistaken, you are like building that as like your own gym area or like your own town, pretty much, because everything is in the woods. So I thought that was really cool. And then the starters, I'm cool with Piplup being the water type, fire type. I'm pretty sure it's Johto. I don't know what god
I think it was
or who.
Cyndaquil.
Oh, was it? I got you. I don't know what God thought that like Rowlet or the owl one from Sun and Moon was like the best grass type. Definitely wouldn't have picked that one, but I do find the starters to be pretty cool outside of the grass type starter. And another thing I really liked, even though it's not completely the case, but I do like how most of the gameplay mechanics are in real time. Like when you throw your Pokeball, it's real time. It's when you get into certain battles or when your Pokemon comes out, it's real time. It does have like, you know, the typical RPG mechanics, you know, select which option you want to do to attack. But for the most part, a lot of the combat does take place in real time. So hopefully in the future, other Pokemon games will be more in real time instead of like stepping away from like the RPG, like what do you call it? Like tactical, like turn-based. Yeah.
So you don't have to go into that loading screen of
You're right. You don't have to load everything
like,
up. Everything is just there in front of you, and you can go about it as you traverse through the like you know, towns and everything.
Right.
Yeah. Like, personally, I'm kind of glad they didn't do any Gen 1 starters. A lot of people are sick of Gen 1. So, I was like, okay, they've mixed it up. Not my, you know, cup of tea. I would rather Chikorita, but okay. So, yeah, I like the premise. The graphics are, I think that they're learning from Sword and Shield and honing their craft on the Switch. A lot of people say this might be a Switch Pro game, and it could be. I mean, I would buy it for a Switch Pro.
Yeah, not to...
I don't want them frames to be dropping.
Right, not to mention, yeah, we are like getting this. They say early next year, which we'll definitely see on that front. But yeah, I think the most I'm excited about is just the making your own region, because like you see it for like a split second, but like the area, your like hub world is like empty. It's like trying to get like at the very beginning of being put together. So if you can like build that up over time, that'll be like the best thing like you could do in a Pokemon game. It's like having your own home to yourself or like your own area.
Alright.
Yeah, I mean, I can see it. For me, I definitely liked. There were things I didn't like, and there were things I liked. I didn't like that. I'm hoping they don't do a Pokemon Let's Go thing on us, that the only way to catch these Pokemon is by, or like to battle with them or to level up your Pokemon in your party, is to throw a ball at them and catch them. Because that's what it concerned me. Because in Let's Go, that was the only way to level up your Pokemon. You had to catch every stinking Pokemon. You couldn't battle with them. So I did see that there was a battle mode. So I'm like, all right, maybe they're doing half Let's Go and half regular Pokemon. So I'm gonna reserve my right to judge that one later. But I did like that it looks open world. I'm not sure that it is. It looks open world. The graphics look good. I'm gonna like this was the game where like, yes, this one. Okay, this is not because I'm tired of the same old. Something goes wrong, the end of the world, these little kids have to save the world, they save the world, they beat the league, rinse, repeat.
Oh yeah,
it looks like
that. Have like an enemy group in this.
Something that surprised me is we're gonna be doing the first Pokédex.
Right.
I was like, oh man, that's dope.
Oh,
it's
that's
like the Pokédex that starts it all.
Oh, that's probably why they had the scrolls, because like whenever you capture something, you'll probably have to draw it since there's no technology.
Damn. Put down the name.
Yeah.
She's like, I don't wanna.
They're gonna have to sit there and sketch it. Okay, maybe that wasn't a good idea.
I think I'll have to name my trainer Jack after this. I want to be like on some Titanic Pokemon stuff.
Oh, good grief. Yeah, so I like the graphics. I like the art style. I'm concerned a little bit about us just throwing balls at it. Like, as long as it doesn't go the Let's Go route, I'll be fine, because I did not like that in the Let's Go route. So I definitely am looking. This one is the one I'm looking forward to. I'm not looking forward to any of the other ones that have been announced so far. This is the one I'm looking forward to, and I'm hoping, like, and I am looking at it with the rose-colored glasses off. I'm like, all right, I see that this could go wrong. I see that this could go really wrong. So I'm just gonna.
Me too.
I'm not putting all my hopes and dreams on this game. I'm like, all right, we're gonna see how this goes.
People are like, Breath of the Wild, I'm like, shit, no.
That's all there.
Let's see what's, it's gonna develop into.
That's all there
You
was
know,
like.
I'm a very harsh critic of Sword and Shield.
I
So I
see.
got my wall up. I'm like, okay, you're starting off good. Let's see if you can keep the momentum going.
I saw there's like a dodge roll mechanic in this, so like I can just imagine you going out into the wild and then like all of a sudden you get hit by like the pink bear and like Sun and Moon, or you get like hit like from Bambi's mom or something. It just gets sniped out of nowhere. So I'm assuming somewhere along the lines Pokemon will attack you if there's a dodge roll mechanic.
Right.
I mean, have you seen the wild area in Sword and Shield? They chase after you.
And Appers be
Sometimes
running
it's
after you.
scary.
Run right to you. Like, come here.
Still with
yeah.
Beware and everything.
All right, so
But yeah, I do like what they're trying to do with it, with the Pokédex. Because it makes you feel like now you have to do the Pokédex, as it's the mother of our Pokédex. You have to sketch them. Imagine you have to do that in real life.
I'm hoping that all of them are there. I'm hoping that all of them are there. They got the God Pokemon there. They better bring the whole dex. That's all I'm saying. It's like the whole dex.
Oh yeah,
better
that's
be
the
there.
next thing we're waiting for.
Yeah, the whole, like, I don't want to see a quarter of the dex, a third of the dex, 2/8 of the. I want to see the whole 100% of the dex better be there, because I'm tired of this BS that they did with Sword and Shield, where only 2/3 of the dex was there and the other third is DLC, but you're still not even other third. There's still a piece missing of the dex. We can't 100% that dex, and that irks me.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, the whole premise of the games was gotta catch them all. Right? I can't catch them all. Or I can't register them all in the game. So that especially since that's what my goal in Sword and Shield is to finish at 100% the dex. I hate that the dex is not there completely. And so for me, like, I'm hoping, that's my biggest hope with this game, that they bring back the dex, the full dex, not half, not just the Sinnoh region, the whole dex.
Well, they seem like, it didn't seem like they made new Pokemon, so they're kind of cutting back on making new Pokemon, which I've been saying that for the longest. We're like at 800 or something?
Something like
800
that.
plus. And there comes a point where I think they have to stop like making new ones every gen, maybe every other gen,
Right.
and not that much, because then we're gonna have another Pokédex crisis or national dex where they can't fit them all, or they'll
Right.
just sell you them through DLC.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they cut down the number of Pokemon in this, because the way how the story is set up, this is like the original, like this is like Pokemon first being found by like humans, and with Arceus and everything. So I wouldn't be surprised if they cut it in half because of the storytelling of Arceus or Legends.
No, I think they'll keep most of the Pokemon, because you're trying to do the national dex with the Pokédex.
Let's hope so.
It would suck if they cut some Pokemon out of the text.
It would definitely
But-
suck if they did that.
Only time will tell. I know a lot of people in two camps when the national dex thing was announced. People who hated it, which is me, I hated it, and people who just like, okay, I just want my game free, give me crap, I guess.
Right.
I'll buy it. Which is ironic, because I did buy Sword, and I am going to buy Diamond and stuff, but I think Diamond's good. But what I'm trying to say is, like, it really split the community up. So I'm hoping that they listen to both parties. Like, well, the camp who says Game Freak can do no wrong, literally, they can't do no wrong. So they're good. But I hope they address the whole Pokédex and learn from it to make it better, more consumer friendly.
Right.
And you had time to make the models, so don't come at me with those models
Yeah.
kind of thing.
They have the models. It's not like they don't have the models. They have all the assets. They just...
And they have time. So, because they're not doing Diamond and Pearl remakes, and they're not doing Snap either. I mean, they're lending a hand and stuff, but it's not all of the development team in that 1 or 2 games. They could really focus on Arceus and flesh it out put the damn Pokemon in there. Like, hire somebody to, like, just put Pokemon in.
Right.
I know it's easier said than done, but yeah.
They have the money. They're not with they have the money. Game Freak is making billions and selling us the same game twice every year.
Yes.
They're making millions and billions. They have the resources for it. So they better make this one. For me, they better make this one a better game. The National Dex needs to be in there. They just can't keep cutting it out.
A lot of people are like, but they're a small team. And I'm like, well, they have the resources to make it a better team. No excuse. So hopefully we don't have National Dex 2.0 on our hands.
Hope not. Alright, well, those were my opinions on all the games that were announced for the Pokemon Presents. Is there anything that you guys think I'm missing in that Pokemon Presents that we didn't talk about?
I like the beginning. It was cute. And it just showcased, like, how many peripherals we have to deal with. Oh my god, I was just like, cables and cables and cables. I mean, wow. And to be honest, some of them had more features than the Switch. I'm just saying. Like the voice chatting, the motion thing. I was like, alright, why don't we have this in the Switch? But okay.
Exactly. Like my favorite iteration of the way we were able to interact was X and Y, where you can look for people who are just looking for trading. And then you could pick the person you want to trade with. And if you didn't want to trade or all you wanted to battle, you could put like a little thing on your character, like looking for battles or looking for trades, or that way people know who to look for, instead of like we put it up and whoever is whatever. We can't retrade with the same person. Say like, oh, I forgot to trade this Pokemon with this person. How am I gonna find them again? There's no way to do that. And essentially there was a way on the 3DS, so like that needs to be fixed.
Yeah. Like the Sword and Shield method isn't bad. Like you don't have to go to this like room or something, or this special building. Because I know some DS games had it where you had to go to the national building communications place.
It was every Pokemon Center. Every Pokemon Center had one in the basement or next to the thing. Yeah, it was for the first games, for the first couple of games it was in the basement, and then afterwards it was the little computer, and then like in X and Y it was just wherever you were in the world you could
I remember
trade.
It was like this big building that you either go to battle, to trade, but now we could do it on the fly, which is good. I just hope they clean it up a little bit. Make it a little bit more polished.
There you go. How about you, Minako? Anything that we missed on this Pokemon Presents?
Two things, but technically no, because the thing that it took place the day after, but there are two things. One, from the actual event, I really like how they show the games, the anime, like everything leading up to the 25th anniversary. Like seeing like the black and white anime and like X and Y, the Sun and Moon to the OG anime really like stuck a chord with me, and like how much like I followed the series from like Kids WB to like all the way through like the other stations on like television. So that was really cool. And then like after being Saturday, the day after, they had the Celebrity Showcase live performance with Post Malone in 3D. Ooh.
I didn't watch it.
I didn't watch it either.
It was pretty much, what it was. So like I thought Post Malone was like gonna sing like Pokemon songs. I was like, okay, this is dope. Like it's all in 3D. No, what it was all of Post Malone singing his songs animated with 3D Pokemon surrounding it. And then I saw on Twitter and everybody loved it. I'm like, you can listen to these songs like right now. Like, I was like, it's one of those things where it's like select. No. He like it was all like his like own personal songs. Like it was just a concert of his own music. So I was like, why did this need to be a Pokemon like anniversary thing the day after?
You had to at least sing the first Pokemon opening.
No, it was literally his own.
The very best. No, none of that.
No. It was like good.
iconic.
It was like goodbye. I was like, it was like his own like personal music. It was no theme songs, no OSTs. I was just like, why is this being promoted? Because it's being promoted because it's an art, like it's a singer, a rapper, whatever he wants to be. It's a celebrity pretty much. I was like, this is why I don't mess with celebrities being in like trying to do
Yeah, I
anything
don't
pop
really
culture just
like,
because it just turns out
unless the
bad.
celebrity is known to like games. I don't like that they just shoehorn some dude in there. Like, you could pick anybody, but why Post Malone?
Because he's
I don't
famous.
get. Yeah, I know he's famous, but
I mean,
you
from
find
what I
someone
saw on Twitter,
famous who likes Pokemon. I don't know. If
from
he
what I
likes
saw
Pokemon.
on Twitter, and this ended up being the fact, people just fell for it. People were like, "Oh, I loved it," so like nobody seemed to have an issue. So like companies are going to continue to do this, and it's just like, well, if these fans, like, because companies see that, they were like, "Oh, I thought the concert was great. Why?" I was like, it was just a 3D animated concert with Post Malone singing surrounded by Pokemon. I was like, so I personally didn't get that, but
He should have at least
I
sing
mean,
the theme song. That's like blasphemy. But what else?
it was really bad for them to attach that with the anniversary. I mean, granted, it happened after the anniversary on Saturday. But
No,
I was
the
just like, this
anniversary was
wasn't
actual
anything. I don't know why
Saturday.
they promoted it.
The anniversary was Saturday, so it didn't happen after. It happened Saturday night.
No, so it actually happened the day of the anniversary.
Yeah, it happened on the day of the anniversary. So,
Go ahead.
No, I don't know why they did it. If it was on the anniversary, I thought there was gonna be a big Pokemon event, and to be honest, thankfully I didn't watch it because I would have been highly upset if I would have stayed up to watch that, and that was what we got. Oof. Go ahead, Mandy.
Yeah.
The anniversary was yesterday. I didn't post any like pictures or stuff because I'm a big Pokemon fan, but recently I haven't. So I'm really wanting to get back into Pokemon. So I'm really hoping that they don't mess up. And it's like, cause I didn't finish Sun or Moon, and I finished Sword, but like I finished and just left. I really want to get immersed into a Pokemon game again. I've been playing Black because I emulated it. I know it sucks. It's definitely not the best way to play. So annoying. With a little screen on the PC, and I'm trying to get my controller. It's bad. But yeah, I want to get that Pokemon feels again.
Right.
So I really love Pokemon, especially Snorlax. Where is he? He's over there. But yeah. A lot of people think I'm a Pokemon hater, which recently, yeah, especially with Sword and Shield and National Dex, I made my opinions known. So yeah, but I do like it, and I hope a better game comes out. That is not a remake.
Well, you're a Pokemon realist, I think. You don't have to be a hater to say that there are problems with what exists. Like I love Pokemon. Well, look, I love Pokemon, but I'm not gonna say that it doesn't have its problems. Like, of course, there are problems with the game mechanics and the stuff that we're getting, but you can still be a fan and be an honest fan. I think the people who are, oh yes, this is the best, it's the greatest thing since sliced bread, every time they release something, they're not being honest.
Realistic.
Yeah, they're not being honest.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I'm like, if you don't point out the problems, Game Freak isn't gonna fix it. And with Sword and Shield sold the most out of any Pokemon game, and people think that equates to its quality. I'm like, no, it's just more people have a Switch, and if, statistically, everybody and their mom knows Pokemon, so of course it's gonna sell.
Right.
That doesn't mean it's a good game.
Right.
And if you don't point stuff that you don't like out, nothing's gonna change. So I don't get like Game Freak enthusiasts sometimes, because it's like, just saying what you don't like probably helps more than just defending a company that doesn't even know you exist. Just saying.
Right.
All right, that was a little heated.
No worries.
You're good.
I mean, this is we are here. Look, I definitely have the most unpopular opinion of the group for everything else, and I think I'm a bigger fan than both of you guys. How's that? So
I will say, I was gonna say, I will say how it all like came full circle. Like, you know, like like at the end of the day, like we are all fans, but we're okay with like criticizing, you know, itself. Like, you know, NGG, you know, had criticism with Diamond and Pearl. Like Mandy has,
Yeah.
you know, had criticism for Sword and Shield. For me, I had criticism about that Post Malone concert. So at the end of the day, like we all have like our own like, you know, perspectives, but we still love it at the end of the day.
Right.
Yeah, that's a good fan base if, you know, you could criticize your own games that you like. Some people are just like, it's like talking to a brick wall.
All right,
I'm not
take
getting
hints, Smash
anywhere.
Bros. Fans.
Yeah. You know those fans. Not gonna point anybody out, but you know them.
Oh my god, we got another Nintendo character in our Nintendo game. What? What did you just say?
I mean, was that for Smash Bros?
Yeah.
I actually really like Mythra and Pyro in Smash. I was like, yes, finally a DLC character I can finally enjoy. Ugh.
Right.
Alright.
All right. So I think that's it for what the Pokemon Presents discussion. Let us know what you think, guys, in the comment section below. And we are going to give everybody's outro. And remember, their links to their channels will be below as well. So, Mandy, you want to say goodbye to the people?
Bye, people. You can find me on my channel, Mandyleeplays, and you can also find me on my Twitter at Mandyleeplays.
Monaco?
Next.
Who's next?
I guess that would be me. Let me see if I can do it right. You can find me on Monaco97 Anime News.
Doing?
Also, they call me the Black.
What's his face?
Right, I tried to do the Leon pose from Sword and Shield, but no, you can find me on Twitter on Monaco97 Anime News, and they call me the Alolan Gary Oak. I'm glad I could be a part of this.
Okay, and for me, obviously, this is the channel. Thank you guys for watching. Happy gaming. Bye, guys.
See ya.